Hello everyone, I hope you're all having an enjoyable Christmas. Today I wanted to share a quick PG7 Phthalo green comparison video. So PG7 is a colour I've used quite often but never really gotten to grips with. I mean, for some reason it never gives me the greens I want, no matter what I mix it with. I always end up just going back to mixing my own greens with the blues and yellows I have on my palette. So the first PG7 in this comparison is Winsor & Newton Cotman Viridian Hue. Oh, no water in the brush there, not the best start. Okay, that's better. So this is a student grade paint, but it looks like a really good PG7 to me. Cotman's Phthalo colours are quite good in general, in my opinion. I've heard some people say that they actually prefer them as they're not quite as overpowering as some of the artist grade versions can be. And next we have Mijello Mission Gold Viridian. So this is another PG7 that's named Viridian. I wonder if they actually make them to resemble the real Viridian pigment, or if they're just bog standard PG7s. I guess if they're supposed to look like the real Viridian pigment, they should be a little bit weaker maybe and a bit more granulating. This one does actually seem to be a bit more pigmented than the Cotman before it. And next is Van Gogh Phthalo Green. So this one's a student grade paint like the Cotman. I think it looks a bit bluer than the previous two. Though we'll have to wait for it to dry to really be able to compare them. And also this one looks a bit less transparent than the Cotman and Mijello, but that's kind of normal for Van Gogh paints. Next up is Lukas Phthalo Green. I remember swatching this one in the past and being really impressed with the colour, but then I was a bit less impressed with how opaque it was. Though Lukas do actually advertise this paint as being semi-transparent, not transparent like most of the other PG7 brands. It's a really nice shade of green though. And next is Daniel Smith Phthalo Green Blue shade. Yeah, right away I can feel the quality of this paint, and it flows so nicely on the wet paper. I mean, most of the others so far have been like no movement at all. The colour is pretty similar to the Van Gogh. Yeah, it's a bit bluer than the Cotman and the Mijello and the Lukas. Yeah, really nice. And then finally we have Schmincke Horrordam Phthalo Green. So this one's coming from a small dot on a dot card, so fingers crossed there's going to be enough paint for the swatch. So like the Daniel Smith, this is really smooth to paint out, though it doesn't seem to move quite as much on the wet paper. And again, it's quite a bit bluer than the Cotman, Mijello and the Lukas. Okay, so that's all of them painted out, and here they are when completely dry. I'd say they're all perfectly good phthalo greens, and to be honest, it's quite hard to pick a favourite. I find the texture of the Lukas and Mijello to be really nice, but at the same time I kind of like the smoothness of the Daniel Smith and the Schmincke. I I don't know, I'd probably just choose the Mijello, as it's the cheapest artist grade available here. So which one would you choose? And are there any other brands of PG7 you think I should try? Let me know in the comments. And thank you very much for watching. I'll speak to you in the next video. Bye bye.